Today, Nikola Tesla is known to the world as electricity generation, but he also made many such terrible inventions which are quite difficult to believe. In 1896, he accidentally created an earthquake generator, the size of which could fit in the pocket, and the damage was so much that he used to shake even the biggest building. When he tested this device in his laboratory, the neighbors felt that earthquake had arrived and they came out of the house in fear. Then Tesla took the device and went in search of an under construction building. On the way, he came across a 10-storied building in which workers were working. He installed that device on the steel frame of this building. After a while, the workers came down from the building in a panic and running as if an earthquake had arrived. The police were called, but Tesla put his device back in his pocket without telling anyone and got out of there. He said that if that device was allowed to stay there for a while, that building would have collapsed. He himself accepted this in an interview. But the question is how the device coming inside pocket can bring earthquake. Actually, Nikola Tesla did not want to make that device. Rather, he was working on such a project which will be able to transfer energy from one place to another, that too without wire and without any cost. Most of his life was spent studying frequencies and vibrations. He could see and understand that too in this field, whom no one could see and understand after him in this way. His idea was to create a special type of vibration through a device and put it into the ground. These vibrations will be caught with a receiving device lying in another place through rocks on the ground, which will be decoded to this frequency and converted to energy or electricity. Just as sound travels in the form of energy waves, our earth vibrates at a certain frequency all the time. This frequency ranges from 7.83 Hz to 33.8 Hz. Tesla said that if they set this small device to the vibrations of the earth, a dangerous earthquake could occur all over the world. People used to make fun of him after hearing these words. But then that day came when people started taking Tesla seriously. Viewers, there is hardly anything in our daily life that Nikola Tesla has no hand behind. From electricity to talking in some corner of the world, Nikola Tesla has had a big hand. Before him, it used to be very difficult to transport electricity from one place to another. Even a few meters of electricity could be delivered to the other place, and it did not burn more than a small bulb. Tesla proved his ability by inventing alternating current. This was the time in his life when people started taking him seriously, because now the same electricity which could only be reached for a few meters, it was converted into AC power and transported thousands of miles away to factories and industries. Apart from this, Tesla was also an inventor of the hydroelectric power system, from which 31% of America's energy and 95% of China's energy are produced today. It was Tesla who also gave people the gift of wireless communication. These were his inventions which the world is using today. Did you know that Tesla invented more than 300 things in his life? But no matter how they were done, they were prevented from appearing in front of the world. For example, they made the alternating current, but now they wanted that like wireless communication, electricity should be transported all over the world without wires. He had a lot of knowledge, but one thing was very lacking, and that was money. He went to JP Morgan with this idea. JP Morgan liked this idea of Tesla, and he decided to give Tesla a funding of $150,000 $100. Tesla has started several experiments in New York to transmit electricity without wires. There was also a tower in this experiment which people were often scared to see and often complained. That is why Tesla started its experiment in Colorado and built a new 180 feet tower here.